Today's tutorial is inspired by this metro by Zaha Hadid architects. Welcome to day 12 of 30 scripts in 30 days. Let's start. So the first thing I want to do is to create a cylinder in SubD, and right now I care about this number, which is the around faces. Right now it's 20, and this number is not that much, so for now it's 4, it's fine, whatever. And I'm going to say start from the 0 and make this 50 probably. I'm not sure, I'm just making a quick assumption, and in this case, if the direction is vertical, make sure it's none and then move it anywhere. Right now I'm going to do something like this, which is fine, and then I'm going to the top. I'm not interested in those faces and in those faces and in half of this model like this. So right now all of these I'm going to delete. I'm only interested in those. After that I'm going to slide, so I'm selecting the first one and then ignoring 2 or skipping 2, and then I'm selecting those and those, and then I'm going to go upward and say 0.8, make sure it's proportional, and I'm going to do the same for this one and this one and this one, and I'm going to lower it down, so in this case negative 0.8. Okay, and I want to do the same for this one and for this one, so I'm going to move it upward, and in this case I'm going to say 0.8. And in this case I'm going to remove these middle ones. I will create my own. So right now I should have something like this, and right now I'm not interested in this one, so for now I'm going to delete it. And after that I kind of have like some of my elements. Right now these are not good, so I'm going to delete them. And after that I'm going to mirror this from here to here, but in this case I don't want two street faces, so I'm going to delete one of them, and then I'm going to move this from here to here and join smoothly. And right now I should have something like this, and once I add select those and add a crease, I should end up with something like this, which is kind of what I'm interested in. After that, I want to separate some of these because I want to work on them separately, so I'm going to do something like this. And after that, I will select all of these in the ring, and I'm going to add an edge in the middle, and this edge is going to be proportionally, so probably maybe something in the middle like this, but in this case I'm going to select all of these again, all of these edges, and add loop and then crease, and then I'm going to select these middle ones just in the bigger faces, something like this, and then I'm going to probably raise them up and then probably push them outward. So right now you kind of see that we have achieved some of what we want to do. Maybe right now you can just adjust them manually to what you like. Maybe in this case I'm interested to flatten this and raise it upward a little bit, and maybe in this case this needs to go upward a little bit and maybe push it out, something like that. Maybe those two and those two, maybe a little bit up, maybe those a little bit up. So I should have something like this, which is kind of cool, but in this case I want the middle face to be curved also, so I'm going to select those and those and those and those and those, and maybe not the bottom ones, and I'm going to add a curve in the middle proportionally, and I'm going to select only the bigger edges again, and I'm going to push them outwards, so I will end up with something like this, which is almost there. I think in this case the faces are too stretched, so maybe I'll shrink them, something like that, so they are getting closer and getting defined. And in this case I'm interested to add some kind of a like details to this, but maybe I want for now to delete this one and then copy all of these. So first of all I'm going to join, make sure everything is joined smoothly. No, I'm going to crease so everything is connected like this, and after that I'm going to copy this in here and move it from this point to this point and just select both and join smoothly. So right now I should have something like this, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And in this case, I will start detailing. So I'm going to work on this part right here, which is basically this. And then I will start repeating the process. So for now, I'm going to select something like this and just try to test how much I'm going to add. So right now it's too much, probably like 1, maybe 0.5. I'm not sure. I think for now 1 is fine. It's almost fine, so let's see if it's good. If we extracted this, it's too close, so I think probably it will be better if we just selected this and maybe go to Gumber relocate in here and then stretch it a little bit. So in this case, or maybe not stretch it, maybe just raise those few faces, maybe with this edge, because it will go up anyway. And right now if I raised this a little bit and probably this edge with this edge, just fixing the model a little bit, and then I will raise this just a little bit. I think in this case it's similar to this area. And right now I'm going to select this right here and I'm going to say add 1, maybe in this case 1.5, and extract it. So I will end up with something like this, which is kind of what I want. And then I'm going to do 1 by 1. So for now I'm going to select this and this and this and this and probably the entrance. So I'm going to select those 3 and I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to extract, so I will end up with something like that, which is cool. And after that, since we have our detailed model, I'm going to delete all of this. I'm not interested in them. And I'm going to delete, I think, probably, let's try to delete those first and see what we have done. Let's copy. And yes, that's perfect. I'm going to select this and join it. So right now, if I join those, actually not. I think in this case, we need to mirror this. So I'm going to mirror it from here. Make sure it's not copied. And in this case, I'm not interested in those faces, so I'm going to remove them. And I'm going to move all of this from here, from any point to the same point. And I'm going to join. And I'm going to join smoothly, like this, and like this. So right now I should have something like that. And I think in this case, you can just repeat it how many times you want. In this case, these are not subdivided, especially in here. So I'm going to delete them and I'm going to delete those. And I'm going to copy this from here to here. And right now I think these are not needed. And I'm going to add this to here. I'm going to move from this to this. And I'm going to simply join smoothly this with this with this, and this with this. And I think right now I have almost my design. So I think in this case you can just, if you want to mimic exactly how the design is done, so we can just double check. So right now I have 3 in here, and which results in 2 entrances and those big areas. So maybe we can do that. I think in this case maybe we have the 3, so maybe we can just delete one of these and then copy all of this somewhere here and move to this point and join and join, and then I'm going to keep only the 3, and after that I'm going to delete those and I'm going to delete those. So right now I have my 3 elements and then probably the 2 entrances, and then this part will have the connection to the back. So right now if I selected all of this, I think in this case we might need to just copy this in here, or maybe we can just make a, I think it would be easier to just copy this and then connect it, not those ones, and connect them. So I'm going to do something like this, and I'm going to move all of them from here to here, and then join. That's good. And then after that, I'm going to simply just mirror everything. So I'm going to select all of it and mirror it from this point. Make sure in this case the mirroring is copy, so I'm going to enable copy, and I'm going to join those smoothly. So I will end up with something like this. If you look at it in the rendered view, you already like have most of the model. I think maybe in this case we can enable the boundaries just to see what we want. And maybe the creases, yes, for now I think it looks good. Maybe these are too sharp, so in this case maybe we can, instead of that bigger number, we can just make it smaller. But for now I'm good with this. And after that I want to stitch this somehow. So I think in this case, if we go to the right, or yeah, I think in this case I'm going to select all of these smaller faces. I'm not interested in them, and in here it looks fine. After that, I want to stitch this, but these are too close, so I need to fix that. So for now, I'm going to the right probably, and then I'm going to select maybe all of these, and I'm going to flatten them, and I'm going to do the same for this side, and I'm going to flatten them, and I'm going to select all of them and probably push them away a little bit. So when you look at them in here, they will look way much better. Maybe in this case, if you want, you can just highlight this a little bit more. So you can just select those and just scale them a tad bit, a little bit. So it's kind of having a very highlighted entrances. And then I'm going to select all of these. I'm going to go to the right probably, or the front, and I'm going to select all of these, and I'm going to eliminate all of these longer ones, and I'm going to bridge. And in this case I might need more subdivisions, so for now I will make 7. I'm not sure if I will need all the 7, but for now I will make it very detailed like this. And then I'm going to do the same for here, and I'm going to do the same for this one. After that, I want to figure out something for this, so I'm going to add it to this part right here. And I'm going to say bridge, but in this case I'm only interested in 2, and in this case I want to connect this, so I'm going to add some kind of element in here, and I'm going to move it from this point to this point, and I'm going to move this from here to here, and this one I'm going to delete it. So when you look at it, you will have something like this, which is kind of interesting and exactly what I'm looking for. After that, I want to, whatever I'm doing, I want it to be reflected. So I'm going to select this and reflect, and make sure I'm flipping, like I'm making this side. And then I'm going to select all of these right here, and all of the similar ones right here. So right now they are all of these and these, and I'm going to bridge, and in this case I want them to be 5, and I'm going to move this from this point to this point, and I'm going to move this from this point to this point, and in this case I'm going to stitch this one and this one, and I don't need to stitch those because it will already apply. And right now I should have this, which is good. And lastly, I want somehow to stitch this part. So right now I want to get those and probably move them downwards, and right now these are creased, so I'm not interested in their creaseness, so this is kind of interesting. And after that, this will need to have some kind of um, let's add one more. I believe it would be better, and then maybe those will go a little bit up, and those probably a little bit up, because I want to connect those two. So for now I'm going to select those and probably scale them like exteriorly like this, and maybe make them a little bit bigger, maybe something like this. And then I'm going to add like something in here. I think 2 might make sense. And right now maybe I think I should gamba relocate and go to this vertex and probably flatten it. So it's going to be something like that, because I want this to have some kind of something like this. And right now this with this are going to be flattened with those, so, or bridged with those. I think in this case only one will be better. And I think right now the only thing is needed is this to have to close this somewhere. And I'm going to move this vertex from here to here, and I'm not interested in this, and I'm not interested in this, so I'm going to delete them. So right now I should have something like this, which is kind of interesting. And I think in this case we can just fix whatever is happening in here. So maybe we can just stretch this somehow and probably fix those away a little bit, something like this. And right now we should have something like this. I think in this case maybe we can figure out how big or smaller it will be, and after that we can just select this and, you know, create the shaft for this, and just select again probably and do something like that. I think for now this is great, and I believe if I removed those and selected this and just eliminated those and just selected those two and mirrored them to the other side, so I would have something like this. And right now I should have something like that, which is kind of interesting. After that, I want to mirror this part right here. Make sure to select all of these small faces, and then I'm going to copy it in here, and then I'm going to mirror. Uh, I'm going to mirror right here. Make sure the copy is no, and I'm going to move this from here to here, and then I'm going to select those big ones. I'm going to join smoothly, and then I'm going to select anything in here and just join smoothly, so everything is connected. And this is the final results, the final result for today's tutorial. Thank you so much, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are interested to support my channel, you can join my Patreon and collect your favorite scripts. And see you in the next episode.